All right, for this activity, we're going to cover two standards, and again, I've split the standard E5.4-D, and I'll explain to you in a moment why. But the first of which, we're going to readdress again the natural mechanisms, things that happen naturally in Mother Nature, and how they could result in a significant altering change within our climate. So the first of those, again, is major volcanic eruptions. The second is changes in the amount of sunlight which is received by Earth, both receiving more and also receiving less. And then the third is some sort of impact from a meteorite, possibly coming from an asteroid or some other item. And then the second one we're going to cover is E5.4-D, and I split it into two because it's gonna slightly cover one more than the other. And the first part of that is explaining consequences of warmer oceans. This one really does not address the whole warmer oceans issue, but it could be implied, meaning you could take some of the things that they talk about and say, well, oh, that would make sense as to why it causes more evaporation. That would make sense as it causes coral bleaching, but it's not directly said that this is the cause of coral bleaching, and this doesn't this does impact shoreline. It doesn't say that, but it could be something for you to later on go, those are similar topics, similar things. There is some sort of a connection. The one that it is going to hit on more than anything else is how it could change climatic zones, and that will be focusing in on how it could potentially change wildlife, where the habitats of wildlife humans are, agriculture, the health of humans, and a couple other things as well. So that's why I split E5.4-D into two things. One, it's really not going to cover a whole lot about the warmer oceans piece, but it is going to spend a lot of time talking about the climatic zones. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The two things that you're going to need out, you're going to need first 4.3 climates can change slowly, suddenly and slowly. So you have this activity, and along with it, you also have these questions. Section 4.3, climates can change suddenly or slowly. And again, you'll see the learning targets listed across the top. Your task is to simply go through this. The first is you're going to come find myself or Mr. Fuzek, and you're going to ask us if you can have the lab materials for how does blocking sunlight affect temperature. You're going to be asked to do a short little lab that will kind of lead you into the idea about how things that alter Earth can truly affect the species that are on Earth. So this may take you back and have you start to think about maybe what may have killed the dinosaurs and how that could have been something that could have happened and how that may have changed the climate itself on Earth to potentially lead to their extinction. So you'll complete the actual lab first. And then once you've got the lab, I'm going to ask for you to read section 4.3, climates can change slowly and suddenly. And then while you're reading 4.3, I'm going to ask you to answer the questions below. So as you scroll through here, the first part is, here are your procedures for the how does blocking sunlight affect temperature lab. So you follow the procedures, you'll see what you got, and you've got a data table right there. And then you have some questions regarding the actual lab. Those questions will be valuable because it's your chance to see exactly how that happens, but on a much smaller scale, aka in the classroom, versus what's happening in a large globe that we call Earth. So it's just a quick little way to show you what scientists are finding on a global scale. The second part, as you get to questions 3, 4, all the way down through question number 8, are the things in which, as you're reading, you'll be answering questions about. And those will hit specifically to your learning targets. Okay? So, again, section 4.3, climates can change suddenly or slowly. And then the questions, along with the lab that you see right here in this document that mimics it. Okay? Questions? Let me know.